You're mentioning stressors a lot, like the stressor from alcohol, the stressor from exercise, from fasting, and you say stressors are good. Like a lot of people say stress is bad, stress is negative, stress can have a negative effect on your life. Where's the balance there?
Hmm. Yeah, like the poison is in the dose, and what stress itself is it's like a very indifferent phenomenon. So stress,
Mm,
whether or not stress is good or bad, depends on like how you respond to it, and who is the person responding to it. So what is your like metabolic health, and what is your current status? Like exercise for let's say someone who is used to running a marathon every day is not that stressful,
right.
whereas if you're like completely sedentary or like older person, then it is very stressful for you. So there's always the subjectivity
And
or
it,
the
and it, and it
context that
seems like
matters.
it seems like in there's an element of mental health, like how somebody reacts to something like with their mind. So I mean, if you exercise all the time and you eat healthy, but you're just like scared of the world, or you're scared of a spider, scared of a risk, scared of everything. Like I feel like that person might not live as long or be as
Right.
healthy. Like, so that comes down to your mindset, right?
Yeah, like the brain doesn't tell the difference between like a psychological stress and physical stress. So
Right.
if you like imagine running away from a bear and you actually vividly imagine what it feels like, then you would experience a similar response in terms of like you increase your adrenaline levels, your cortisol levels, your blood pressure tends to rise. So you are like yeah, like mimicking it to a certain extent, and you can definitely make even like this everyday stressors very significant in a negative way because of
Right.
your overreacting. And yeah, like if there are like some studies show that yeah, like if you're like a type A personality who is always like go 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 and always stressed out basically, then you are increasing the risk of some diseases or cardiovascular disease because your like blood pressure is higher more
Yeah.
often basically.
Yeah.
And
I'm very go, 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 but I'm not very stressed because I think I've done a good job
yeah,
getting used to it and being comfortable with it, building up those muscles to be able to handle high level things. I'm sure the Elon Musks and the most successful people of the world, they have to deal with a lot of things, but they're good at it, and that
right.
has to do with building up that muscle, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it is always yeah, like of the person who is doing it. So yeah, I personally also I'm not like stressed if I'm like I'm able to write for like 5 hours straight and do like these very long days where I'm yeah like working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I
Hmm.
don't feel stressed out by the end of the day because like I
Right.
enjoy it. I've built up the skill, and yeah, like I've learned to kind of frame it positive way as well. So if you frame it
Frame it. I
if you
love
frame it in
that.
a bad way, then yeah, it's gonna be very stressful for you, and you experience the negative symptoms. Whereas if
Yeah.
you are like, because like let's say you're in a very hard physical environment. Like let's take the sauna. So the sauna is considered a therapeutic practice. So it has like some health benefits, like lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease, and other benefits in terms of like blood sugar regulation. And it is, if you're sitting in a sauna, then you're enjoying it. You're not freaking out. You're not stressed
Right.
out. You're actually relaxing and enjoying it. Whereas if you're like in a desert, the temperatures in a desert may actually be like even lower than in a sauna. Like the sauna can go up to like 212 Fahrenheit, whereas the desert is half of that. So
Right.
you when you're in a desert, you actually may freak out and you get very stressed out because you think you're like dying or something. You're dehydrated. You think you're lost. You're there's no point of there's
Right.
no return, and you are stressed out compared to when you're in a sauna. The situation is completely different because you're like a with your friends or something. So you're
Right.
actually enjoying it.
Yeah. I think framing is one of the most important things. Almost forgot. I almost forgot. If you really enjoyed the clip, if you really enjoyed the podcast, one thing I would appreciate more than anything, just hit the little subscribe button. And I have hours and hours of podcast footage talking to some of the best entrepreneurs out there on YouTube. Watch some more of them. Check out this. Check out this. Go ahead and binge. Have some fun. I love you. Thanks for watching.